It's week 6 of the National Football League, and if it's in the...
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is Tavierre Thomas. And he returns this to the 22. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Richardson looking to throw this. He'll get that complete to Albert O. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a 1st down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Now Richardson. That's complete. It's Okurobunom. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the shotgun, Richardson. And it's caught. Touchdown. KJ Hamler. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dragons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by Dak Prescott, the 135th pick of the draft back in 2016 from Mississippi State.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
He'll take it at the 42. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
2nd and 10. At their 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Dragons.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
They run once more with Stevenson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. His throw incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate, drops it.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Now Prescott.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted last week,
pressure comes and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 30-yard line.
Richardson off the play fake.
Steps away. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Now it's Richardson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 6-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw.
Toward the pylon, caught. And he is out of bounds here. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Richardson will keep it once again.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Anthony Richardson
with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year.
And the Dragons are able to widen their advantage.
Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
The Bucs on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Prescott off play action. He's got Allen.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Well, the Louisville offense back out now.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown.
Anthony Richardson.
51 yards.
And the Dragons are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Prescott.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
Pulled in at the 24. A solid stiff arm.
13 yards the tally on the return there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
At the 43-yard line.
On the option left, Richardson.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And Richardson back to throw it.
Short pass to Howard. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete to Dotson.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And taken right on the 30.
So here's Louisville set to take over on offense.
They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Now Richardson.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total domination here in this first half. Offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
So we've come to halftime after a...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A first down throw for Prescott.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Second down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, Prescott. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29.
Here's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Montgomery. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They try again with Montgomery. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, you're going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. David Montgomery
His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now down to 20.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Richardson to throw off play action. He's got the connection downfield to Hamler.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Prescott now, option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That escapes the sack, eluding the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Alert! Alert!
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 24-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa.
From the 24 now, here's second and a yard.
As we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Shoves him aside. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
He'll keep it himself.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Prescott on 1st down. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Prescott now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Throwing, Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Well, the Louisville offense back out now. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now a handoff, Stevenson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Bucs 18-yard line.
Richardson. That's caught by Howard. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They're going option play on third down.
Powerful running, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Stevenson will take it in. Touchdown.
And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Bucs ready to take over once again. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this fourth quarter. Prescott, and that one going to come up short. Low throw.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Looking to throw, Prescott.
That is caught. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Prescott to throw it.
Going right back to Dotson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
From the 43, here's a 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw is Prescott.
Out left to Dotson.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Prescott. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. He's going to let it fly. It's caught at the 10.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down, and this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So that last kickoff, just a mere formality, obviously, Charles. A wrap.